Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. And another day of Astro Gravitational Report. Hopefully, you are dive deep. Hopefully, you went through it. You come out on the surface. You can breathe. Uh, Finding out with that depth in there from yesterday's energies. We are seeing it that the moon is transitioning within the underworld, and there. The moon is going to be a yacht in the morning, and a very powerful one. That is going to be the moon with Mercury and Jupiter. Telling to yourself, okay, particularly that Mercury is a retrograde, to have a retrospective from within yourself. And don't forget about it. This is going to be a repeat itself because Mercury has to go forward. But he has to have a meeting with the moon. It is like, what is this is all about? So we're gonna find the the answer of some of the questions that you are going to have later on when at the moon it's gonna be going into Pisces. Now, with that being said, in there throughout the day we're gonna have the moon in a very beautiful divine energies with Jupiter, who it is at Gemini. A lot of those aspects in there, particularly, they are involved, particularly within the divine aspects, which is 150 degrees. They are they're there, but they're not there. They are for you. They're empowering you, but you don't touch it, you don't get it in there. And part of this going too deep in there is going to be that payoff, that growth that you have within that growth that it's going to come out. It's going to benefit not only you, but the society. And then it's going to need it to be shared. But are you ready to share? I don't think so. Because first you have to heal. You have to prove that whatever you found there, it's gonna be work. Unless you are an Aquarius, who you came from the future, so you can work on the present. For those who works with those energies, you guys know what I'm talking about. And now with this energies that we're seeing it today, you're gonna have an incredible amount because later on in an afternoon, the moon it's gonna be sending these beautiful divine energies between Chiron and Scorpio. The wounds that you hurt yourself so deep because of your internal desires. So, with that being said, in there, here is the chart. This is it at 7 o'clock. We're seeing it, the moon. It's coming out from the truth, and truly, it's pretty much going into the center of Scorpio. We're seeing this yacht between the Jupiter and Mercury. She just came out from all these divine energies with Venus as well overnight. And now, since we've seen it in these situations, we have the ascendant that it said that Chiron is like, man, this hurts, that hurts. You're gonna be wake up in the morning like head hurts. However, it's on the head areas, yes. And this is coming from this intensity about what you need to do as actions. That is gonna be that square with Mars there. We see in the midheaven it's going to be at Capricorn proper time because 7 o'clock you're getting ready to go to work, going to get ready to do something. Even if you don't have a job, you're still working on something. But that something is what? Venus and Mercury, that they're retrograde. They're kind of like, why did these energies are going retrograde when the thing's supposed to be going forward? Well, if they go forward and you are not in the right mindset, what's the big deal that they're gonna go forward, right? So this is the reason they are going into a retrograde to make your mindset, okay, to make up your mind. So this is gonna be the overall energy at 7. At 8 o'clock. We see the energies is much better as the midheaven is at Capricorn, with the ascendant is gonna be with Uranus and Taurus. A lot of innovations, a lot of great things is coming. You might not seeing it, you might not feeling it, but they're coming. You know something is brewing underneath. And it's gonna be this very powerful moment in there when you did the right job. You are finding also what you have not done, how you have not been done, and what you need to improve. With that improvement, really, it's gonna be pointing out these energies towards Chiron and Lilith. But in the same time, in there, we are going to be seeing it, these powerful energies with Saturn, these powerful energies with Uranus, that they're going to be coming in and kicked in a high gear. In a high gear for what though? It is for innovations. You to recreate yourself. You to get this Aquarius energy of constantly evolving, of constantly doing something to improve, constantly looking at how to make the things better. Is there anything wrong with that? No, it's not. As long as it's not overboard. Okay, I can make it better. I can do this. I can do that, and so on. This is like one of the characters that you can see as a of Age of Aquarius, like archetype that it's represented there. That is a Tinkerbell. If you haven't watched the movies, I highly suggest you that she's trying to help. She's trying to be innovative. She's trying this and that, but always something happens in there. Then she has to go out there and fix it, and then she has to go ahead and all of a sudden from this her innovation, always something keeps happening, something great. That's what Aquarius is. So if you are getting into the failures of the first time, you need to keep trying. That's all. You need to keep trying because that is the part of the growth. As the midheaven, it is very beautiful trines with Jupiter. Jupiter right now with that yacht with Mercury and um, the moon that it's there. We have this intuition that it wants to go deep because you going deep, but you growing. We talk about this in order to go high, you have to go deep, okay? Because the Hermetic says whatever it's up, so it's down, but whatever it's down, so it's up. Get that, people? It's very beautiful when you start operating from that level of thinking. What is the gravity has to do with this? Everything, okay? Creating this balance between up and down. All right. Next hour, 10 o'clock, we have the midheaven that's going to be at Aquarius. Beautiful air energies. That is at the end of the zodiac signs of the air. You're going to feel the vibes. Beautiful, beautiful energies overall. The only thing it is that when Gemini have problems with authority, with an ego, tell them what to do and how to do it and order them how to do it because they want to do something else or they know that they have to do something else. This is one of the situations gonna come out. But this is a duality science, okay? You need to learn that the duality science, they need to learn how to cooperate. That is gonna be applying also for Sagittarius and Virgos. Okay, you need to understand those moments. But this is your kind of like a gift within a curse. It's like I cannot make up my mind. I always have to think about it and so on. No, you need to understand duality signs, talking about Pisces, Gemini, Sag, and Virgos. Guys, you have that, not making up your mind to determine the reality. Use it. Once you find the reality, go forward. Okay? All right? So easy. Don't make it harsh on yourself. All right? Use the energies in the right way from within. All right, midheaven's going to a Pisces. We're gonna have this a lot of emotional time. Of course, the emotions are emotions. That is it, the energies in motion. But with those energies that we have the spirituality, we have the family, and we have the depth of the intimacy in that. So if you combine all those energies, all those emotions that it's gonna be, if you understanding the secrets within spirituality, how you can apply that into the family, and how that is gonna be turning to your intimacy in there, that your work with others. At the same time, that is also applied to how you to managing and balancing the material situations with others. Okay, but since things are in the underworld, you don't know what is that going on, right? But there in the underworld, you find the reality of the real issues that helps you at that energy when it goes into Pisces, you to process it within your spirit that is going to empowering your soul. And that's how I hope you're going on, because the next hour we have the midheaven with the North Node. And we talk about this North Node. We talk about this portal there between the death and rebirth. We talk about all those empowerments and new energies, the age of Aquarius. And now what you need to there, it is to put it into practice. Mars has to act in a what way though? Awareness of its own actions to stop the hurt. That is a what that another interpretations is about this Mars squaring Chiron. Okay, so we see in it the growth, the moon. It's very powerful with Mars and Jupiter. She's gonna be in a great thing. It's like I am thankful that I went through this experience. I am great because I see the potential and the areas of concern I grew. If you grew, great from the yesterday. It's beautiful, great. The sun will have overall no problems, no issues in there. You're gonna see like the authority is very good with in you. All right, next hour that is gonna be at 1 o'clock. We have the midheaven that's gonna be with close to where it usually used to be a Mercury. The midheaven is gonna be remind us about this yacht with Mercury. It tell us it's like, okay, you're gonna find the things in the future because Mercury, it is already past that point. You have to meet it in there, and then you're gonna be meeting it again. So here is a little glimpses. So you're gonna have some deja vus. You're gonna have aha moments. You're gonna be kind of like the future into the present when you know how the things is gonna happen, and now you sensing it. Okay, you feel it like a presence, like the future. It's already within the present. That is a what the guidance is. Okay, so this is a one of the messages of Mercury, who is a retrograde. And the next hour at 2 o'clock, we have the midheaven that is going to be at Aries. It's opposing Lilith and it squares Pluto. Lack of the transformations. You don't want it to go in there. You don't want to go look at it deep. You want to be have these situations with survival without to understand it. You're here to have the spiritual experience within the body for what? For the survival of the soul, to save your soul by actions you're doing it here, that you cannot do it when you are in the spiritual realm. And now it's like, what should I do? And those people who are fearing and they're afraid, they cannot be, can they be overcome their fears? Some of the people will not. You're gonna acting kind of based on those fears. You're gonna be acting kind of based on energies. But if you grow up in there, you're going to a Jupiter, which is the ascendant at Leo. It is sextiling with that Jupiter. And now with that energies that it squares the moon, it is about like, don't thinking about that negative way. But the inner work is like in the end. Don't think about only your own self-existence or what you know about the existence from within yourself. Particularly, we're talking about the purpose of embodiment of the soul. All right, next hour we are gonna be working on with this material situation. So you may gonna have some challenges within the material world because right now the moon it's like okay, we are sharing here some money, we're doing some life together, we're doing these things together, but you're thinking about yourself, and that is the conflict between Scorpio and Taurus. Okay, you cannot be with the others, and he's like, no, but this is mine and that's yours. Sometimes that energy of Scorpio doesn't understand the principle that he has to have the both. You gotta have collective, but everyone has to have a personal. And this is what that conflict with Taurus is gonna be coming in. But Mars, in a way, and the Saturn in its way, they're gonna be coming in and help out with this energies. We are gonna be seeing it. It's beautiful kite that it's gonna be made with who is in charge though? Uranus. Okay, he is the ruler of an Aquarius, but the second ruler of Aquarius is huge Saturn. So now you have those two working together in the material world. But where is your mindset? You have to go back to Pisces. That's where your mindset is at Venus. All right, beautiful time, 4 o'clock, right? Beautiful time for Virgos, beautiful time for organizations, beautiful times that we are looking at within the shadow. What is wrong with this? Nothing's wrong with it. You gotta have a squares. You gotta have something to work on it. Otherwise, the world is gonna be what? Too boring. But a lot of the divine energies is gonna comes in. They're gonna point it out. Here is that moment within the divine, whenever it comes in, it tells you, take it easy. Things are adjusting, things are shifting, they're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right, you're gonna be surviving. Just do your thing that we all set you out in there. Okay? And this is how the spirit is beginning to understand about itself, their existence in life. Not about how I'm gonna be making to tomorrow, how I'm gonna be doing it today. Okay? You finish and not finish the job, guess what? You gotta go home, right? It's the same thing. You don't finish what you have to do here on earth and you gotta go home. Great. What can happen? Really? All you have to do is put yourself and organize yourself in the base of the divine. And when you do that, the things is getting easy flow. Easy flow. Not hard. You're making it hard. Your self makes it hard. All right. 5 o'clock, midheaven is with Jupiter, point out these divine energies within the moon. Very interesting moments that the moon is sextiling with the ascendant, ascendant sextile with Mars, Mars sextiling with Uranus, Uranus is sextile with the sun in North Node, and they're sextiling with Pluto. Oh my goodness. So you have the intuitions with the visions, what's coming within you for the proper actions that it's gotta comes in together with the universe, and they're coming in helping you to change yourself and the visions of point of directions of where you need to go in life and how you're gonna be transformed, and all that is empowered by transformations. Boom. Right? You got that. And this is why those hour by hour energies, they're going to be so interesting. And I would really love to hear your comments on this, guys. Give me some kind of like a feedback, how that fit within your life. Hopefully you have a very beautiful life. But of course, going up, going down, but the intensity is going to come, particularly when the past knocks in your door. You need to understand the past is got to be like the rear view mirror. you're looking forward, but you see what happens in the back, in there. What is kind of like a trail you're making, okay? Sometimes you may have to walk through these bushes, cut out these bushes, and you make a little kind of like steps that other people can follow. So the other people follow you, they cut more bushes, and now it's kind of like a nice pathway. Then more people comes in, they cut more bushes, and they like, we should make in a road. Then it's more people is coming in, they cut more bushes. Now you have an autobahn, or a highway, however it's in your language is in there, right? So this is what you need to be seeing it. But within that energies right now, with lack of the organizations of a self, of this duality that we are talking about earlier, about the Virgo, Gemini, and the Pisces and Sag, it is about to facing it. If you don't face it, you're not gonna be able to process this logic. Okay, all those four zodiac signs, they operate with this logic. Okay, all of them. One operates from spirit, one it operates of what it feels, the other operates with the material energies, and the fourth one operates within the inspiration. Is that is powerful? Is that growth is gonna help me, Sag? I'm talking about. So we seeing it these energies, but using it in a proper way. Don't get over it. All right, next hour, 7 o'clock, tough afternoon. We have some cardinal challenges. Yes, we do have cardinal challenges because if we cannot organize ourselves, something has to be changed dramatically because there is no balance. What needs to be changed dramatically? Well, dramatically, what needs to be changed is that we need to grow, we need to mature, we need to be going transformations on it, and we have to go ahead and see the areas of how to be where we need to be in life. Yeah, you may not gonna feel the love. Come on, Venus is retrograde. You may not gonna feel like there is a communications or something is off with these communications. Right now, the communications are turned to be internally, not externally. You internally to look within yourself, do your inner work. Mercury send you messages from the divine. It's like yourself, work on yourself, okay? And you may feel exhausted because your mind tries to fix something else, but you need to do something else. And it's like, you cannot make up your mind. So make up your mind, but it's going to be require cardinal changes because those cardinal changes, that's the purposes to take the lead, okay? But with intense energies, how you going to take a lead? Which one is my priority? Myself, the family, the relationships, the work? First things first is your mind, Pisces. And that's what those energies of Pisces is there. All right. Next hour, we're seeing it at 8 o'clock. The midheaven, it's with Mars. Powerful, powerful emotions. Very powerful emotions. Very beautiful. Now we're seeing this yacht between the moon, Jupiter, and Chiron. And all this time, the moon was in divine energies with Jupiter. That growth, it's paid off from yesterday. Even that if you're still digging it into the underworld, now you pass that center of Scorpio, which is the lowest point of the underworld, 15 degrees of Scorpio, right? Now the moon is at 17, almost 18 degrees. So now you're doing this. So you're here, start coming up, okay? And without coming up, where are you going? You're gonna be setting that energies to Mars for the proper way in the family, and it might come up your mind. But you got this powerful healing energy that came to you. You self-healed something when you were going into that depth. And now that energies of healing gets more and more. And this is your reward. The growth and the healing. Combine them both, growth and healing, that's mean you overcome issues that you thought you couldn't. That's mean that you face your fears that you thought you cannot win over it. And this beauty of that energy is going to be coming out within that disguise as have you make that cardinal change to get it, because Mars is going to be squaring Chiron, and at the same time the ascendant. If you are have this internal issues within yourself that keeps you that wounds inside of it, that turns to that you bring those wounds where in the family, and from the family that is a within the relationships, and this is why this underworld energies right now, they help you to do that. And the intuitions knows I need to heal these issues. I need to get it. And I'm thankful that I went through this process. All right, for those who did the job, the intense energies all of a sudden just like disappear. What happened? Where to go? Right? You do the right things are gonna follow. So now we have the midheaven that's going to be at Leo. Powerful energies going on towards Aries and Pisces energies. We're working at that development of self, basically mature. Okay, so you're healing your wounds and you grow, you mature. So with those energies, the ascendant is going to be with Lilith. That is those divine energies pointing out where of that conjunctions were togetherness of the Sun and Neptune. Okay, this is kind of like at the last degrees of where I self I'm getting as a soul, because in 2 days we're going to Aries. In 2 days, some of those new I self is going to be reborn. This is what that growth and healing is empowering. But you're going to be meeting people who coming. So imagine you going up the hill to the mountains, and there is a people who coming up from the mountains, and you know how it is. We didn't reach to the top because we have to go back because we forgot certain things that we need to go in there. So if you haven't bring it in there, you have to go back. And the sun says, like, I can't go back. I only go forward. I am the one who rules everything. I'm gonna be putting this in the charge. And that's how that stubbornness of Aries is very well known. Okay, guys. All right, well, the divine energies is going to be coming at 10 o'clock. Beautiful times. It's going to be pointing out towards Saturn, North Node, the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Chiron. We have this beauty. Okay, but if your I self it is so much written about me, attention seeker, codependency, looking at only with yourself, you standing against going to the deep, afraid of your own darkness, lack of maturity, and of course, that's going to be affecting where? Into the material world. Where that comes from, Dio? Well, the moon it squares the midheaven, the midheaven it squares Uranus, and the moon is opposing Uranus. So basically, your intuition fighting Uranus is not in the proper way. So now, if you have a fights about money or dealing with the material situation and so on and so on, don't blame other people. Mature, grow with that, and that's what that midheaven is going into the North Node and Saturn. It is about that evolution within yourself. Get up, grow up, and it's going to be beautiful, beautiful revelations for those who needs to grow, outgrow in there. I have to go to work for myself. I have to take care of for myself. I have to learn how to do things for myself. I don't have to have a slaves. Okay, Leos like to have other people as slaves. That is one of their negative traits in there, right? I have others to do things for me, so I don't have to do anything. Be mindful what you have fun. Leo. All right, and here it's 11 o'clock. We know this energy. We saw it in the ascendant, divine energies towards Venus. And right now the ascendant is with the moon. The moon is going to be taking over. The intuition is going to be light up. But now you're going to be getting into this kite. Why do I have to fight in there? But through this, you're going to find the strength, your bone. Because if you have a fight within them, you ain't going anywhere. But I want to point you something else. The power of the opposition, okay? If you going that directions, what happens? You stretch out, you expand, you move. So now you understand that you gotta have this personal relationship with the universe in the material world, while you also have to have this energies as togetherness. You are both separate identity, but you can have that merge as a Scorpios. That's what they want. They want to have someone merge with their soul within. Okay? But it's happened when you reach out deep within the soul. All right? But it's the same time that energies of material situations in there, it's the same thing. You have to be able to come in. If you have a wounds in there, they have to be what? Addressed. And you address them in there. You heal them in there. That is going to be your reward, because you're going to be seeing that reward. You're going to be in peace within yourself, and you're going to have a great, great sleep. So, with that being said, we are going to be dealing with some stuff, and I'm just going to be giving you a heads up that the moon tomorrow is going to be exile from Scorpio. We're going to get out of this underworld, but it's time for telling the story, how it was, what it was, but also expansion, philosophy, creations, art. We're gonna have a great time, because all this is gonna be tied up with that beautiful, beautiful trines that it comes in between Pisces and Aries situations, planets, but also sextiling Pluto. Okay, so it is a good days are coming up, as long as you acting on the good energies and thinking about the positive sides of the negative things that happens in life. Think positive. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and looking forward for your comments. Be love, guys. I will see you tomorrow.